everybody. It is Thursday, December the 7th, and I wanted to talk a little bit with you about the Omen days. You've heard me mention this a few times on my podcast. The Omen days are the days of what we would call the 12 days of Christmas, or some people call it the days between New Christmas and Old Christmas, but it's December 26th through January 6th. And on those days, different faith traditions believed that you could look at the weather or at whatever signs were happening on those 12 days and prognosticate the weather for the coming year. And these are, all kinds of belief traditions do this. A few years ago, Caitlin Matthews came out with a blog saying, those of us who follow a certain path should consider doing divination on each one of the 12 days and make note of it and write it down and see how it prognosticates the coming months. So my friends Marla and Stacy and I started doing this 3 or 4 years ago. I can't remember exactly now. We started doing it 3 or 4 years ago. My first year, I wasn't super prepared. I didn't focus on it, and I was drawing a card, and I didn't make any notes, and I didn't do anything. Well, then the next year I tried to do a little bit more, and then the next year I tried to do a little bit more, and each year I've tried to add layers to my work. I was talking with Krista at Friendsgiving, and she said, I really want to try to do that, but I need an accountability partner. And I said, well, I can certainly be that person for you. So what I decided was I would just start a Facebook group. I started a Facebook group, and it's a private group, so you have to have an invitation to be in it. But if you are interested, I will post a link to the private group before, and you can request to become a member. What we're doing is just for those 12 days, whatever form of divination you choose to use. It can be cards, it can be pendulums, it can be looking at the clouds, it can be just intuitive, it can be whatever you want to do. All that I'm expecting people to do, if they want, is to post pictures of whatever their divination was that day. Like I have this really elaborate idea that I want to try, and I use this as a way to get to know decks. So I've got several oracle decks that I want to get to know, and I want to work with my runes and my pendulums more. So I'm going to do this kind of elaborate spread, but it can be as straightforward as drawing a single card and using that. I keep a journal. I usually draw out my spread. I usually take a picture of it as well. But I just want people to post their pictures, and they don't have to comment. They don't have to provide any insight on what they think it means. I just want people to see what other people are doing and get inspired and motivated to keep up with the 12 days. And then what I'll probably do is keep the group open, and at the end of each month, just kind of post hey, what'd y'all think? Did you go back and look at your divination? And did it seem to align with what you had happen this month? Because that's kind of what Stacy, Marla, and I do together. And I don't want to replace that. I want to keep meeting with them privately because we've known each other for years. But I also want other people to have an outlet for that experience too. So I may set up a Zoom thing if there's enough interest at the end of each month. I don't know. But right now, all it is a Facebook group. You go join the Facebook group, and then you don't have to. Your level of participation is up to you. We're all journeying together. There's no right way. There is no wrong way, I should say. Everything you do is right. Your practice is your practice, and as long as you're doing it, it's the right practice for you. Okay? So if you're interested in that, I'm planning on using a combination of tarot and oracle and runes. But you can do whatever you choose. You don't have to have a particular deck. You don't have to have anything. It's a place for us to build community. So I'm going to post the link down below. If you're interested in joining the group, you're welcome to come along, and I will see y'all around. Okay? Bye.